Very good evening, all of you. Hope you all are doing well. Let's start with today's session. Quick recap of yesterday's session. Yesterday, we completed with remaining types of loops. I guess do while loop and then two types of for loop, for in and for off. Then we discussed about transfer instructions as well, like break and continue. And then we were talking about you can give label to the statements. To any statement, you can give a label. Label is again an identifier. And how you can give a label, that identifier, whatever the label is, colon, and then your statement. Now that statement can be a simple statement, it can be a block, it can be a loop. To any type of statement, you can give a label. And when these labels are useful, so especially they are useful in break and continue instruction. Means in break, you can make use of this label. Or in continue, you can make use of this label. Okay. Now you'll say, what is the benefit of using that label in break? You get a choice of which loop to terminate. Correct? Especially in nested loops. Like if you are in nested loop, a loop within a loop within a loop, and then suppose in the innermost loop, you just write break. So by default, it is going to terminate the nearest loop. That is its natural thing. When you write break, it is going to terminate the nearest loop. But here I want choice that I want to come 2 level out, 3 level out. Then you can associate labels to the loop like this. Okay. And then when you want to terminate the loop, you can use that label. Break X if I write. So directly it will terminate that loop which is having label X. Getting directly 3 level. Or break Y if I write. So it will terminate that loop which is having label Y. Same thing is applicable for continue as well. Okay. See here. Break with labels. One example. 1 minute. Okay, sorry for interruption. So break with labels. That one example will take a nested loop, a loop within a loop, and then we will give the label to that loop. And while terminating, we will mention the label so that directly it will terminate that loop which is having that label. Okay, see here. Exit a specific label loop. Whichever loop label you are giving, you can directly mention which loop to terminate, especially useful in nested loops. As an example, we take, see, this is the outer for loop I equal to 0 to 3. Then another for loop, j equal to 0 to 3. This is a nested loop, a loop within a loop. And then the condition is given. If I is 1 and j is 1, break which loop? Outer loop. Means the loop which is having label outer loop. Here we have. Okay. Now how the outputs are. And I hope you know it. Whenever you write backtick strings with backtick, they are interpolated. Interpolated means the values within that string are replaced. The variables within that string are replaced with their value. I wanted to say like that. Whenever you write a backtick string, they are interpolated, meaning in that string, wherever variables come, they are replaced with their value. but that is the notation. Okay. Now see how the working will be. First, I will start with 0, right? Here, I equal to 0. Then it will check, is 0 less than 3? I equal to 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes, so it will come inside. First, I equal to 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes, the condition is true. It will come inside. And J loop will start. Now, J loop, J equal to 0. Is 0 less than 3? J equal to 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes, come inside. And now it will check whether both are 1. Are both 1? I is 1 and J is 1? No. So it will print that value. Okay, that value is printed. 0, 0. And after that, J plus plus. Now J will become 2. Sorry, 1. Is it right? J plus plus. Is 1 less than 2? Yes, sorry, 1 less than 3, not 2, less than 3. Yes, 1 is less than 3. It will come inside. Are both 1, 1? No, this is 0 and this is 1. So it will print it. What it will print? 0 and 1. Again, J plus plus. J will become 2. Okay? Is 2 less than 3? Yes, come inside. Are they both 1? No. Print it. 0 and 2 printed. Then J becomes 3. Getting? When J becomes 3, this condition is failed. Is J less than 3? No, J is 3. 3 is less than 3? No. Inner loop over. And now it will come to outer loop and make I as 1. Okay? Inner loop got over. 0, 1, 2, and then when it becomes 3, this condition is failed. Inner loop over, then it will come to outer loop. For I plus plus, I will become 1, right? Again, check. Is 1 less than 3? Yes, come inside and J loop will start again. J is 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes, come inside and check. Are they both 1? I is 1 and J is 0. No, therefore they will be printing it. What? 1, 0. Now J becomes how much? 1. Will it make J plus plus? J plus plus 1. Is 1 less than 3? Yes, come inside. But are they both equal to 1? See, I is 1 and J is 1. As both are 1, break outer loop. So it is going to terminate the loop. But which loop? The loop which is having label outer loop. There go, outer loop. This is the label for this for loop. So directly it will terminate that loop and come out. Understanding? If you would have written only break, it will just terminate the inner loop and come to I plus plus. But now, as we have mentioned the label, it is terminating the loop which is having that specified label. So the loop which is having that specified label is this outer loop. Direct terminate and come out. So only what is printed 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0. And when it becomes 1, 1, break, but not only break. If it would have been break, it will only terminate the inner loop and then come to I plus plus. But as it is break with a label, and the label is for the outer loop, it will terminate directly the outer loop. Okay, so just quick confirmation you can give me whether this
Yes, got it.
is, I'll just give you quick demonstration. Label break demo, I call it as HTML. Okay, now see, whatever label you want, I'm giving outer suppose. Okay, we'll write a for loop, a standard counter for loop. We'll just make it as I equal to 0. I less than 3 and I plus plus. ठीक है? For, again you need a for loop. Right? In a for loop, I'll give it as j equal to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. Okay, I'll put a condition. Condition is if I is double equal to 1, if you write 3 doesn't make difference because anyway they are integers only. Okay, and j double equal to 1, I'm writing break and break with that label. Otherwise, console.log. Okay, backtick strings, I hope you know it. What is the purpose of it? Okay, dollar brace bracket I, comma, j equal to dollar brace bracket j. The speciality of backtick strings is they are interpolated. They are interpolated meaning any variable which is encountered in that backtick string, it is replaced with its value. But the special syntax is there. You have to write that variable in a brace bracket and proceed with dollar. Somewhat similar in Python, there only dollar is not there. And there instead of backtick, you have to put a F word, F letter before it. Okay? Now we will execute and see this. Okay? Can you see 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, and when it become 1, 1, break. But break outer, so directly 2 level out it has come. So just wanted to show you that you can make use of such labels in break. Similarly, you can use it in a continue also. So in that case, what it will do, it will skip the remaining code and it will go to the next iteration of that loop whose label you have mentioned in continue. Normally, when you write only continue, what it does it skip the remaining code? Current iteration, remaining code is skipped. The remaining code is skipped and it just comes to the beginning of the next iteration of the nearest loop. Now it will go to the next iteration of the loop whose label you have mentioned here. So continue X. So directly it will go to that loop which is having label X. Getting? तो किसका नेक्स्ट इटरेशन कंटिन्यू करेगा? वो लूप का जिसका लेबल आपने यहां मेंशन किया है एंड रिमेनिंग कोड तो एनीवे क्या करने वाला है? स्किप. एग्रीड? ठीक है? सी तो कंटिन्यू विथ लेबल भी दिखाता हूं. स्किप टू द नेक्स्ट इटरेशन बट ऑफ विच लूप? द स्पेसिफिक लूप हुज लेबल यू हैव मेंशन इन दैट कंटिन्यू. एग्जैक्ट सेम एग्जांपल लिया है मैंने, सेम एग्जांपल, सिर्फ ब्रेक की जगह पे कंटिन्यू डाला है. अब देखते हैं कैसे वर्किंग होगा. कैन यू टेल मी? फर्स्ट टाइम I 0 एंड J is 0. I 0 है, J 0 है. I तो 0 से ही शुरू हुआ, 0 लेस देन 3 है, अंदर आएगा. फिर J का लूप शुरू हुआ 0 से, 0 लेस देन 3 है, अंदर आएगा. दे बोथ आर नॉट 1, प्रिंट करेगा. तो 0 0 प्रिंटिंग हो गया. फिर ये 1 होता है. J will become 1. Is 1 less than 3? Yes, but दोनों 1 नहीं है, तो प्रिंटिंग होगा 0 1. सेम वे ये 2 लेस देन 3 है इसलिए अंदर आएगा, बट दोनों 1 नहीं है इसलिए प्रिंटिंग 0 2. नाउ दिस बिकम्स 3. बट जैसे ये 3 होता है ये लूप फेल हो गया, इनर लूप फेल। इनर लूप जैसे ही फेल हो गया, आई प्लस प्लस को आएगा, आई वन बन जाएगा। ठीक है, आई प्लस प्लस आई वन, वन लेस देन थ्री है इसलिए अंदर आएगा, एंड जे का लूप शुरू हो गया, वापस जीरो। जीरो लेस देन थ्री, अंदर आया, दोनों वन नहीं है, प्रिंट किया, विल इट प्रिंट वन जीरो? देन जे बिकम्स वन, j becomes 1. Is 1 less than 3? J is becoming 1. Is 1 less than 3? Yes. But अभी दोनों 1 है, राइट or नो? 1 0 प्रिंट हुआ, फिर J 1 हो गया, 1 लेस देन 3 है, अंदर आया, अभी दोनों 1 है। तो as both are 1, it will skip the remaining code and continue. But continue to what? To the next iteration of the loop which is having this label. तो डायरेक्टली ये लेबल तो इस फॉर लूप को है, तो डायरेक्टली इस फॉर लूप के नेक्स्ट इटरेशन को डायरेक्ट आ जाएगा, एंड डायरेक्ट आई कितना बन जाएगा? कंटिन्यू आउटर कहा ना, तो डायरेक्ट इधर आके आई प्लस प्लस। अंडरस्टैंडिंग? ठीक है, आई प्लस प्लस कितना बन गया? टू। इज टू लेस देन थ्री? यस। अंदर आ गया, जे का लूप शुरू हो गया, जीरो। जीरो लेस देन थ्री है इसलिए दोनों प्रिंट हो जाएंगे, टू जीरो प्रिंट होगा, फिर टू वन प्रिंट होगा, फिर टू टू प्रिंट होगा, फिर ये थ्री हो जाता है जे, इसलिए इनर लूप खत्म, फिर आई प्लस प्लस, बट आई भी थ्री हो गया, इसलिए ये लूप भी फेल हो गया। अंडरस्टैंडिंग? तो ये कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आया ना? जब आई एंड जे वन वन थे तो हमने कंटिन्यू आउटर का है, ब्रेक आउटर नहीं है। ब्रेक कहा रहते तो डायरेक्ट बाहर, कंटिन्यू कहा है तो वो लूप का ये रिमेनिंग स्किप एंड डायरेक्टली कम to this place and increment I, because we have written continue outer loop. So it will come to the next iteration of that loop, next iteration of that loop, which is having that label. Agreed?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll just copy paste it. Label continue demo HTML देता हूं. Same, I'll just change here continue break to continue. See, 0 0 0 1 0 2 1 0, and the moment 1 1, जैसे ही 1 1 आया वो कंटिन्यू डायरेक्ट आउटर लूप, तो डायरेक्ट आई ही बढ़ गया एंड आई टू हो गया, एंड फिर वापस अंदर आएगा 2 0 2 1 2 2. Getting? So this way you can make use of labels in continue and break. And JavaScript says you can use label to a normal block also. एक कोई anonymous block है तो anonymous block को भी लेबल दे सकते हैं, एंड ऐसे anonymous block से भी बाहर निकल सकते हो. Getting? By writing break and that label. JavaScript specific means समझाना कि it is not necessary every language support. This is supported specifically in JavaScript. Unlike Java, JavaScript can also use label with any statement block. कोई भी एक नॉर्मल ब्लॉक है, ठीक है, उसमें भी आप लेबल यूज कर सकते हो, नॉट नेसेसरी लूप्स के अंदर ही. तो जैसे जस्ट एक एनोनिमस ब्लॉक है, कैन यू सी? ओपन ब्रेस क्लोज ब्रेस, कंसोल ब्रेक एंड कंसोल. अब ये ब्रेक बीच में ही लिखा है और वो लेबल लिखा है, चलेगा. डायरेक्टली इट विल ब्रेक दैट ब्लॉक एंड कम आउट. It will not run this statement. Getting? Now I'll not write a separate code. Here only I'll show you. console.log, ठीक है? Then I'm writing break x console.log I am never printed. ठीक है? Run and see. Can you see? Is it displaying only I am always printed? This line is not, because the control will not come only to this line, because before that only you have written break x. X is the label to that block. So directly you are terminating that block and coming out. Syntactically it is valid. Okay. Now functions will not start from today. Separate. Okay. So the concept of control flow is clear to you guys, I guess. Let's solve some examples based on this. Okay, I'll share some exercises to you. You can share it. Okay, I'll just put it in the chat window. Just check. Okay, very basic exercises to recall everything. And then we will start with functions. Okay, functions separate. So in functions also a lot of things to learn. Functions and inbuilt objects, so many things, arrays, date, string, then JSON object, all things we have to learn. Then how to create classes objects in JavaScript, everything. Okay, chalo, quickly in this, you're able to see the link, you're able to access that, right? Your
Yes,
machine.
I saw it as well.
Okay. See, the first question, the movie ticket pricing system. Write a script that determines the price of a movie ticket based on a person's age. So you have to accept the age from the user. Create a variable age and assign it a number. So that number you can accept from the user also through prompt, which I told. Prompt is one easiest way at this moment, because we have not learned yet about DOM and all, to create a form and then how to access values from the form. So create a variable age and assign it a number. If the age is under 5, ticket is free. If the age is between 5 and 12 inclusive, ticket is $8. If the age is between 13 and 64, it is $15. And if age is 65 or older, ticket is $10. Print the final ticket price to the console in a friendly message, like your ticket price is, and whatever it is. Okay? I'll give it as exercise 1.html. Okay? Let age, I'll cast it, and then prompt, and in the prompt I'll give enter your age. Now whatever age you'll enter, prompt will give you a prompt, one prompt dialog will come. enter your age, one text box will come. Then whatever age you'll enter and press OK, it will return that age, but as a string. And then that string you're converting it to number. Now check conditions you have to put. So what is the first condition? If the age is under 5, ticket is free, is it? So how much is the ticket? That will write let ticket, will keep 0. So you can go on checking the conditions like this also in the reverse way. If the age is 65 or older, so can I write like this? Age greater than equal to 65. Then ticket is $10. Getting? Else, if another condition you can put above 65 I wrote. Now about 13 you can put. So obviously it will be less than 64 only. Can I write like this? Age greater than equal to 13 and obviously less than 64 only. No? Those who are 65 and above will go in this condition. And suppose it enters in this condition, means it is sure more than 13, isn't it? More than 13 means 13 and till 64 only. Because if it is 65, then it would enter in the first if. So it is automatically checked. Ticket is how much for that category? 15. Getting? Then else if next condition is greater than if the age is under 5 and then 5 and 12. So can I write like this? Age greater than equal to 5. Greater than equal to 5 and obviously 12 and less than 12 because if it is not that, it will go into the other criteria. So obviously here it will come when it is 12 and more than 5. So ticket is how much? $8, I guess. And otherwise it is 5. So else directly it is 0 only. No? So no need to mention also, but if you want, you can write like this. Else ticket is 0 because we already have mentioned it. Now console.log, you can write in more user-friendly way that your ticket price is, okay? And you have to print that dollar ticket. Now, when you write dollar ticket, that dollar is not printed. It will get interpolated and you want one extra dollar. So that dollar is printed over there. Okay. This first dollar will be printed and this dollar is for that interpolation. If you want to interpolate that value, interpolate means replace them with the value. Then you have to write dollar. That dollar is for the syntax and this is for printing. Okay. Now when you run it, it will give you a dialog, enter your age and whatever. Like if I'm entering 34, so check in which category it goes. Is it printing? Your ticket price is $15. Now 34 goes under which category? This only, no? Greater than equal to 13 till 64, isn't it? Try to give some other value. Like I'm giving 67. You can check. Your ticket price is 10. Now 67 comes in first if. Therefore, ticket is 10. Okay, guys. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Then the next question is, uh, yes, you want to ask something?
No, I said yes.
Okay. Then the second question you can try, the quadrant finder. Imagine a standard two-dimensional Cartesian coordinate plane. Cartesian system is represented like this. Now, if you are already from some engineering or science background, you should know it. Cartesian system, it is having four quadrants. It we represent like this, two-dimensional system. From here, the origin, that is 0. This side x, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. So y values are increasing, decreasing. This side x increasing, x decreasing, like that. 1, 2, 3. This side you'll have -1, -2. Here also -1, -2, -3. Here 1, 2, 3. Now, if any point is there in this quadrant, then both the values are positive. The x value and the y value is positive. Here, if the point is there, then x is negative, y is positive. In this quadrant, both are negative. If the point is anywhere here, then x is positive but y is negative. Isn't it? Any point you have to, and that point is represented by x value and the y value. Okay. So imagine a standard 2D Cartesian coordinate plane with a x-axis and a y-axis. Write a script to determine which quadrant a specific coordinate point lies in. Okay. Create two variables, x and y, and assign them positive or negative numbers and just check where it is. So if both are positive, then it belongs to quadrant 1. If x is negative but y is positive, if both are negative, quadrant 3. X is positive, y negative, quadrant 4. Accordingly, you have to check and tell that your point is lying in which quadrant. This is your point, x, y. Okay? That x and y random values you can assign, but now you can accept it from the user as well. exercise2.html. Okay? You can accept first x value, prompt, give message, enter x coordinate, right? Same way, accept y coordinate. And now you check in which quadrant your point is present. So if condition, first condition, what if x is greater than 0 and y is greater than 0? Means both are positive, means your point is lying in first quadrant. Okay? You can print that point like this. Put a dollar before it, x, comma, dollar y, and then is in quadrant 1. I'm putting Q1 this way for time being. Okay. Else, if again you can put the condition like x is less than 0 and y is greater than 0. Then in that case, it lies in second quadrant, isn't it? Now this whole part I'll just copy. Now here, x is 0, less than 0, y is also less than 0. It lies in third quadrant. And if x is greater than 0 and y is less than 0, it will lie in fourth quadrant, Roman number form. Otherwise, it lies on origin, no, guys? Otherwise, if you write, it is 0, 0, obviously. Is it 0, 0? So obviously, you have to give like this, is on origin. Yes or no? When it comes to last else, all four are not satisfied. Means obviously your x and y is 0, 0, means it is on the origin. You can test and see by giving different inputs. See, like I'm giving 45 and minus 23. Okay? Check here. 45 and minus 23. Is it belonging to quadrant 4? X is positive and Y is negative. So quadrant 4. Test with some another input. For example, suppose I'm giving both 0 and 0. Is it giving? Is on origin. Means your point is lying on origin. Okay? So this way you can test for different possibilities. Then try with something called switch case. Okay? The traffic light simulator. Write a program that tells a driver what action to take based on the color of a traffic light. So create a variable light color and set it to red, yellow, or green. Means this also you can take it from the user or try to change it, hard code it. And using switch case, you have to give the appropriate statement. If it is red, stop immediately. Yellow, slow down and prepare to stop. Green, go. And any other value, invalid light color. Getting? Very simple it is. Just the use of switch case. Example 3.html. Okay. Let light color equal to, and whatever you can keep changing it. Okay. For time being, suppose I'm putting green. Now you have to write a switch case. See, switch skeleton is coming. What is to be passed to it? This light color. Then which values? First is red. So console.log, give the appropriate message. Message is stop immediately. Okay. Then case yellow console.log, give some other message, slow down and prepare to stop. Why we need break? I think you know it. Otherwise, there will be fall through. Then green fall through means it will continue running the next cases as well. Here we will give go. Okay? An invalid light color in case of default. Okay? You can test it. Now, depending on what value is there in that light color, green. So it will match. It doesn't match with red, yellow, green, go. But here I forgot to put break. Is it giving go? Because it is green. Here I'll try to change it. Suppose I'm making yellow. Actually, yellow orange hota hai wo. See, slow down and prepare to stop. Okay? Something other only I'll put, like pink. It will go to default. Why? Because none of the case is matching. Case red, case yellow, case green. It will come to default invalid light color. Okay? So it was just a usage of switch. Then try with some loop examples for and while loop and all. Okay, write a program that counts backward from a starting number down to 1, but prints only the odd number. Getting? Create a starting variable, start, example 15, whatever. Then use a loop of your choice to count down to 1. Only print the numbers if it is odd. Means if it is divisible, uh, if it is not divisible by 2, then only print it. Okay? Using for loop, using while loop, any you can do. And the starting value you can accept from the user as well. Create a starting variable, start. And then you have to come till 1. Okay? See here. Can I create one variable called start equal to that start? And you can directly hard-coded value you can give, or as I said, through prompt, you can accept from the user, enter a number, right? Then can we start a while loop? And while condition, I can give like that, start greater than equal to 1. Means till my start is greater than equal to 1, the loop will go on, right? And inside, I'll just check whether start mod 2 double equal to 1. Means it's a odd number. Therefore, I'll print it. Console.log start. And then after every iteration, we will decrease it. That's all. So it is doing countdown in the reverse order from start till 1, every time decreasing. And whenever it is odd, only those numbers are getting printed. See. Now it depends on what start value you give. Like suppose start as they have given 15. So I'm giving 15. Can you see? It has started from 15, 13, 11, 9 till 1. Every time it is decreasing by 1, decreasing by 1. So first time it is 15. So 15 greater than equal to 1? Yes. Next time 14. 14 greater than equal to 1? Yes. 13. Like that. One stage will arise where the start is 1. 1 minus minus 0 is 0 greater than equal to 1? No. And then the while loop will stop. ठीक है? Then you can try with this accumulating a balance, the savings goal. Write a simulation of a savings account where you deposit a fixed amount every week until you hit a specific target. ठीक है? So create three variables. This is your current balance starting at 0. Weekly deposit, example 50, but you can take it from the user. Then what is the target which you want to achieve? Weekly, you will go on depositing it, but till when? Till some target. So till you don't achieve that target, go on. Okay, so use the while loop that runs as long as the balance is strictly less than the target. तो जब तक आपका ये बैलेंस ये टारगेट तक पहुंचा नहीं है तो चलने दो और हर बार बैलेंस में वो वीकली डिपॉजिट ऐड करना है इनसाइड द लूप add the weekly deposit to the balance. Okay, and then print the current balance and which week it is. मीन्स कौन से वीक में आपने वो टारगेट अचीव किया वो भी प्रिंट करना पड़ेगा. तो उसके लिए आपको एक अलग सा वो भी मेंटेन करना पड़ेगा ना. नहीं, print the current balance and which week it is. Example, week 3 balance is 150. मीन्स हर इटरेशन पे ये भी दिखाना है कि अब तक का कितना बैलेंस हो गया एंड वो वीक नंबर भी प्रिंट करना है. ठीक है, तो ये तीन वेरिएबल तो लगेंगे बट और एक वेरिएबल आपको लगेगा काउंटर जो वीक नंबर भी तो मेंटेन करना पड़ेगा ना. वी हैव टू मेंटेन दैट वीक नंबर आल्सो. अदरवाइज हाउ वी कैन डिस्प्ले वी आर करंटली इन विच इटरेशन. जैसे पहली बार फर्स्ट वीक में रहेंगे तो वीक 1 बैलेंस इज दिस मच, वीक 2 बैलेंस इज दिस मच. ठीक है, तो यू कैन ट्राई दिस. ये वीकली डिपॉजिट एंड टारगेट ये यूजर से भी ले सकते हो. अभी चाहिए तो हार्ड कोडेड रख दो. Question, I hope you have understood. Right? See, some variables we have to create, like one is balance. अभी मैं फिलहाल उसमें डिफॉल्ट 0 ही रखूंगा. Then next is weekly deposit. वीकली कितना डिपॉजिट करने वाले हो. तो ये भी यूजर से ले सकते हो बट अभी टाइमिंग के लिए मैंने 50 रखा है सपोज. लेट फिट टारगेट गोल मीन्स आपको कब तक डिपॉजिट करना है. तो आपका एक कोई गोल है कि मेरे 10,000 रुपए हो जाए, 5,000 रुपए हो गए, तब तक मैं डिपॉजिट करते रहूंगा. तो जैसे ये टारगेट गोल है, यहां भी हार्ड कोडेड 450 रखा है बट यू कैन टेक इट फ्रॉम द यूजर. तो ये दोनों चीजें यूजर से ले सकते हो. एंटर वीकली डिपॉजिट, एंटर योर टारगेट गोल. ठीक है, तो यू कैन ट्राई दैट. वो पार्ट आप चेंजेस कर सकते हो. फिर यहाँ लेट और एक वीक नंबर एक वेरिएबल रखना पड़ेगा 1. ठीक है, अभी एक वाइल लूप चलेगा. वाइल लूप कब तक चलेगा? टिल योर टारगेट गोल इज नॉट अचीव्ड. जब तक बैलेंस ये स्ट्रिक्टली लेस देन क्या है? टारगेट गोल। यहां लिखा भी है देखो, राइट? Use a while loop that runs as long as balance is strictly less than the target goal. तो जब तक बैलेंस ये टारगेट गोल से कम है तब तक वो डिपॉजिट ऐड करने का प्रोसेस चलने दो। ठीक है? तो बैलेंस इज लेस देन द टारगेट गोल, कम इनसाइड, add that weekly deposit to the balance. Balance plus equal to weekly deposit. कर दिया? फिर कंसोल डॉट लॉग में कौन से वीक नंबर में और वो वीक पे कितना बैलेंस बना है ये प्रिंट करना पड़ेगा। I'll just copy paste this and make the changes over there. ठीक है? ये डबल कोटेड की जगह पे बैकटिक स्ट्रिंग लेता हूं, राइट? एंड इस जगह पे वीक का नंबर आना चाहिए 3 के जगह पे, तो डॉलर दैट वीक वेरिएबल वी हैव, एंड बैलेंस के जगह पे अगेन डॉलर एंड whatever is your current balance, right or no? And after that we have to increment that week number. It will go on. ये लूप चलते रहेगा, कभी ना कभी तो ये बैलेंस टारगेट से ज्यादा हो जाएगा ना, दैट टाइम यू हैव टू स्टॉप। जैसे ही टारगेट अचीव हुआ वी हैव टू स्टॉप दैट। अंडरस्टैंडिंग? ओके, लेट्स सी। कैन यू सी? पहले वीक में 50 डिपॉजिट हुए, फिर दूसरे वीक में 100, फिर 50 ऐड होते गए ना, एंड लास्ट में देखो 450 हो गया, 450 हो गया है, एंड फिर आप देखोगे तो वो बैलेंस इक्वल टू टारगेट हो चुका है, बैलेंस इक्वल टू टारगेट हो गया है, तो बाई लूप स्टॉप। 9th वीक में आपके 450 हो गए, एंड 9 वीक में ही होना चाहिए ना अगर 50-50 डिपॉजिट कर रहे हो तो। इज इट क्लियर गाइज?
Yes, clear.
सेम वे यू कैन ट्राई सम मोर क्वेश्चंस। देखो और बाकी के भी ट्राई करने आते हैं कि नहीं। ठीक है? लाइक दिस नेस्टेड लूप, द नंबर ट्रायंगल, राइट अ स्क्रिप्ट that uses nested loop to print a visual pattern in the console. बट होता क्या है, अपना जो कंसोल है ना, कंसोल डॉट लॉग, वो एक समय में एक ही वैल्यू प्रिंट करके न्यू लाइन डाल देता है। तो आपको वो उतने डिजिट्स ना पहले किसी स्ट्रिंग से कॉन्कैट करके फिर दिखाने पड़ेंगे, या फिर स्ट्रिंग का एक क्लास है जो पाइथन में, सॉरी जावास्क्रिप्ट में दिया है, उसमें एक रिपीट नाम का फंक्शन है, वो यूज करना पड़ेगा। इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट अभी स्ट्रिंग में कंकैटिनेशन करते जा सकते हो एवरी टाइम, एंड फिर उतना कंकैट होने के बाद फिर वो पूरी स्ट्रिंग प्रिंट कर देंगे। करेक्ट? बट इसमें पैटर्न देखो क्या है, कि जो लाइन नंबर है उतने टाइम्स वो लाइन नंबर प्रिंट करना है। अभी जैसे लाइन नंबर 4 है तो यू हैव टू प्रिंट 4 टाइम्स 4। लाइन नंबर 5 तो यू हैव टू प्रिंट 5 टाइम्स। करेक्ट? तो एक नेस्टेड लूप है। तो क्रिएट अ वेरिएबल रो which will have the total number of row जैसे 5, then print a triangle pattern where each row contains its row number repeated। getting? तो टोटल रो हमारे 5 है, तो वो 5 टाइम, 4 टाइम, 3 टाइम, लाइक दैट। ठीक है? आई शो यू क्विकली। मीन्स टोटल नंबर ऑफ रोज जितने हैं वो इसमें रखा है, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल 4। तो अपना जो पहला फॉर लूप रहेगा ठीक है, फॉर आउटर फॉर लूप. ओके, आई कॉल इट एज आई इक्वल टू 1, आई लेस देन इक्वल टू रो. ठीक है, एंड आई प्लस प्लस. हर बार क्या कर रहा हूं, ये आउटर लूप किसका काउंट रखेगा? आउटर लूप विल कीप द काउंट ऑफ नंबर ऑफ रोज. तो रो 5, तो आउटर लूप 5 टाइम चलेगा. इट विल गो 5 टाइम्स. अभी इनर लूप कितनी बार चलेगा? जितना रो नंबर है. तो अगर पहली बार रो नंबर 1 है तो इनर लूप 1 टाइम ही चलेगा. इनर लूप अभी आई 2 बन गया तो इनर लूप 2 टाइम चलेगा. तो इनर लूप विल गो हाउ मेनी टाइम्स? एज मच इज द रो नंबर. Inside, what we'll do is we'll create one local variable s with empty string. Then again, I'll start with a for loop. ठीक है, that for loop j equal to 1. Okay, j less than equal to I. इससे क्लियर हो रहा है कि इनर लूप कितनी बार चलेगा? I times j plus plus. Understand the inner loop carefully. तो अगर I 1 है तो इनर लूप सिर्फ 1 टाइम ही चलेगा, 1 से लेके 1. आई 1 है ना, तो 1 से लेके 1 तक. नेक्स्ट टाइम आई 2 होता है तो जे 1 से लेके 2 तक मींस 2 टाइम चलेगा. ठीक है, अब करना क्या है? जे प्लस इक्वल टू आई लिखना है. जे सॉरी एस प्लस इक्वल टू आई लिखना है. एस प्लस इक्वल टू आई इज सेम एज एस इज इक्वल टू एस प्लस आई. शॉर्ट हैंड अरिथमेटिक है ये, कंपाउंड अरिथमेटिक. You can do it. Compound arithmetic. S plus equal to I means S is equal to S plus I. S is equal to S plus I. ये ऐसा लिखना है तो उसके जगह पे शॉर्ट हैंड फॉर्म में लिखा है. दिस इज अ कंपाउंड ऑपरेशन. तो इसमें कॉन्कैटिनेशन कैसे होगा? S में पहले एम्प्टी स्ट्रिंग है और I में 1 है. तो will it concatenate like this? Empty string with 1. अभी एम्प्टी स्ट्रिंग विथ 1 कॉन्कैट हुआ तो वो क्या बन जाएगा? 1 एज अ स्ट्रिंग. यस नो, जावास्क्रिप्ट में एक स्ट्रिंग अगर रहेगा और एक नंबर रहेगा तो वो नंबर स्ट्रिंग में कन्वर्ट होता है ना. रूल है कि नहीं? हो गया अभी पास्ट में ऑपरेटर टॉपिक.
हाँ हो गया.
राइट, एंड फिर
हाँ राइट.
दो स्ट्रिंग्स क्या होता है? कॉन्कैटिनेट. विल इट कॉन्कैटिनेट बोथ द स्ट्रिंग? यस. ठीक है, अभी ये एस में आई कितनी बार कॉन्कैटिनेट होगा? आई टाइम्स. आई अगर 1 है तो एस में 1 टाइम ही कॉन्कैटिनेट होगा. नेक्स्ट टाइम आई अगर 2 है तो एस में आई कितनी बार कॉन्कैट होगा? उस समय आई 2 है तो 2 कितनी बार करें? 2 को 2 वापस ज्वाइन 2 टाइम. एंड वेन एवर इनर लूप इज ओवर यू प्रिंट दैट एस console.log s. गेटिंग? तो हर बार इनर लूप जब शुरू होता है तो स्ट्रिंग एम्प्टी बन जाती है. एंड फिर एम्प्टी स्ट्रिंग को जैसे एग्जांपल लेता है, आई अगर 3 बन गया, आई हैज बिकम 3. इनर लूप शुरू हो गया तो पहली बार एम्प्टी स्ट्रिंग को क्या ज्वाइन होगा? 3. तो वो 3 स्ट्रिंग बन जाएगा और ये बन गया 3. उसको वापस 3 ज्वाइन होगा तो ये 3 स्ट्रिंग बनेगा और ज्वाइन करके 3 3 बनेगा. उसको और एक बार 3 ज्वाइन होगा तो ये पहले से ही स्ट्रिंग 3 3 और ये 3 बन के ये बन जाएगा 3 3. बस 3 ही बार. क्यों? क्योंकि आई 3 है ना. तो एज आई इज 3 इट विल डू दैट वर्क हाउ मेनी टाइम्स? 3 टाइम्स ओनली. अगर आई 4 रहता था तो वो 4 कितनी बार कॉन्कैट होगा? 4 टाइम. ठीक है, अब देखो ये प्रिंट करता है एंड देन वी विल वाइंड अप विद टुडेस सेशन. फिर बाकी के क्वेश्चंस ट्राई करो तुम लोग, जैसे तुम लोगों को टाइम मिले करो सॉल्व। सी, इज इट प्रिंटिंग 1 2 2 3 3 3 4 4 4 5 5? ओके, ठीक है। तो रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चंस यू ट्राई। मंडे वी विल स्टार्ट विथ अ न्यू टॉपिक, that is functions.